mo page 8 paragraph 10 ager e bua ka responding phase ha re ya mo go yona ka mo tlasa yona paragraph 3 e bua gore first responder e tshwanetse re shebe situation go ya ka gore e jwang go wa ha o no fitla wena o shebile dilo o tshware ba gananelwa go ya ka melao ya lone le boetseng yona and then o maintain scene ya ka first responder kere go ya ka annexure D2 gape o netefatsa gore a gona batho ba tsenang o tlose ba sa dumelwang gore ba kene mo sineng ha o fetsa o kwale sine ka libitsang le codone sine o ya ka tape ya lona ya sepodisa kere. That is correct.
Insofar as your role on the day in question, we know that you assessed the situation on your version of events, correct?
Go ya ka se wena o se boletseng ka tsatsi le le ra tseba gore wena o ila assessa situation a kere go ya ka se o se boletseng mo botlhatsing ba gago go jwang correct.
You were dealing on your version of events with two different crime scenes, one at 8th Road and one at 5th Road, correct?
Go ya ka botlhatsi ba gago le se wena o se boletseng wena o no lebellane le di crime scene tse pedi ele leng ko 8th Road le leng ko 5th Road go jwang
ya 8th Road ne shetse le Captain Protect.
The scene at 8th Road was left with Captain Sotates.
But let me ask you this. Before you moved away as the person in charge of this overall operation on the particular day in question, I assume you were the person that said, listen, 8th Road is also a crime scene because we know from everything that we heard that it was designated and regarded as a crime scene, correct?
Pelo ga gore o tloge wena ko 8th Road a kere go ya ka botlhatsi so se boletse gore le yona ne ile crime scene e ne ile wena pelo ga gore wena o se pele o se Captain Sotsets e ne ile wena motho re ka monkang ya ka first responder mo scene go jwa correct.
And I assume, sir, that I was correct in my understanding that as the person in charge, you the person that made the decision that 8th Road must also be regarded as a so-called crime scene.
Ke bolela jalo ke nkela gore ya ka wena o boletse gore 8th Road le yona ke crime scene ko wena o ile wa nka gore e tshwanetse gore e beiwe ya ka crime scene correct.
Now, it says under C, you must maintain the first responder's report, correct?
Mo go number C e re tshwanetse gore o maintain first responders report go jwa correct.
Then continues, ensure that all unauthorized persons are removed from the crime scene and that they remain outside the outer cordon, correct?
E re gape ko number D tshwanetse gore o wetse sure gore batho ba sa dumelwang ba tlosa mo sineng bile sine ya kwalwa correct.
Now, can I assume again, you being the person overall in charge on that particular day, that you made sure that there's a crime scene cordon at 8th Road, that people that were not supposed to be there are removed outside there, but everything is under control before you left to 5th Road, correct?
Ya le ke nkela gore wena ya ka motho ne ile yena a leng in control or in charge mo go di sineng tseo wena o ila netefatsa gore sine eo e go 8th Road ya ka o beile gore ke sine o tsama mo di stepping se ka o fela tse ba di beileng mo gore o ntsha batho ba sa tshwanang gore ba be gona o etsa sure gore ona batho ba sa tshwanang gore ba tsene ka mo sineng ba tsene e bile wa khodona sine correct.
And we know from your evidence that you were then also the person when you went back to 5th Road that was in charge at 5th Road, correct?
Gape ke kankela gore ya ka go ya ka botlhatsing ba gago wena o itse ha se o ya o khutlela ko sineng ya 5th Road wena no le in charge gape mo sineng eo correct.
Good. Now let's go over to the controlling phase, and this is what's the important phase for us in this matter. That is under paragraph 11 on page 9 of 27.
Are paragraph 11 o le mo page 9 ya page 27 mo ba bolelang gona ka phase ya go controller scene.
Now again, paragraph 1 here says the first responder must execute all the duties of the crime scene commander until the handover of the crime scene commander has been completed.
Number 1, ka tlasa paragraph 11 first responder mo seleng e tshwanetse gore e etse mesebetsi go scening ya ka crime scene commander go fitlhella mo a etsa handover ya gage go crime scene commander ha se if a feditse.
Can I again accept, based on your evidence, that you were in control and you did the duties until such time as the crime scene commander, that is the person that was now going to examine the crime scene, arrived at the crime scene, correct?
And tlankela gore ko wena no le meetapele in control go fitlhela mo o ila handa over gona go fitlha crime scene commander go ya.
Councillor, I think you should crime scene thing ya 8 or ya 5.
Can council elaborate which scene, 8th scene or 5th scene?
So we're speaking about the 5th scene. We now know from your evidence that you, after you did what you're supposed to do at 8th Road, you've left till Tetsi there, you now at 5th Road.
Scening ya 5th Road. Correct.
Now let's go through the duties that you were supposed to execute until such time as you handed over that crime scene to the crime scene investigators. That's now under paragraph sub 2A. It says, the first responder, upon arrival at the scene, but we know you were already at the scene, must, after taking all the necessary steps to prevent the contamination or disturbance on the crime scene. Correct.
Re lebella ga msebetsi o tshwanetse wena o dire go crime scene ya ka crime scene commander. Mara sheba number 2 e re tshwanetse gore o nke di steps latelang ya ka first responder. Mara ke rona ra itse gore o bo so le gona mo scene bora o fitlha go scene o tshwanetse gore o nke digato tse tshwanetseng gore o thibelle gore bohlatsi bo contaminate or bohlatsi bo disturbiwe go jwa. Correct.
So I can accept that you agree with me that you took all necessary steps that was necessary at 5th Road to prevent contamination and disturbance of that crime scene. Correct?
Ya no ke tlankela gore wena o ila dira tsotlhe tse tshwanetse gore wena o be o di dirile gore go ska contaminatiwa or go ska disturbiwa bohlatsi ba gago. Correct?
So let's just skip sub Roman 1, Roman 2, Roman 3. Now let's go to Roman 4. Are you with me? It says the following. Arrange for the suspect to be removed from the crime scene as soon as possible if an arrest has been made. Correct.
Re santsane re le ka tlasa number 2 go paragraph 2 go A re go number 4. Re tshwanetse gore wena o arrange gore the suspect di a tlosiwa mo crime scene ka tshoganyetso go jwa. Correct.
Now did you do that, sir?
No, I did not.
Now, whilst I'm on this particular point, what does the Criminal Procedure Act say? What must you do with a person that's been arrested after you arrested him?
Are lebelle mo criminal procedure. Criminal procedure yona ere o tshwanetse gore wena o dire jwang ka motho o mo swereng ka mora gore mo swa o etsa.
Ere sancho detailiwa issue police station ya ayo process.
Says the person that has been arrested must be detained and taken to the nearest police station to be processed.
Correct. And when you say that, we know you're referring to section 50 sub 1 of the Criminal Procedure Act, where it says, any person who is arrested with or without a warrant for allegedly committing an offence or for any other reason shall, as soon as possible, be brought to a police station or, in the case of arrest by a warrant, to any other place which is expressly mentioned in the warrant. Correct?
How bolela se o bolela ka section 50 sub 1 mo ereng motho o swereng ka ntle le go warrant o tshwanetse gore ka tshoganyetso tsa maisiwe a iso ko police station o lefelo le re ka bonang ka police station until go fitlhela go mo gore go boniwe warrant ya gago e bolela jwa. Correct.
Now, sir, I am correct that you didn't do on the day in question, correct?
Ke bolela nnete ke re wena wa dira seo ka tsatsi leo go jwale. Correct.
Not only did you contravene the national instruction that I just read out to you, but you also contravened Section 50, Sub 1 of the Criminal Procedure Act by not making sure these people are immediately taken to a police station.
Wena wa tlola national instruction ya lona o tlotse gape le molao wa Criminal Procedure Act section 51 e reng ha o fetsa o tshwara motho tshwanetse gore o mo tsamaise wena ha wa etsa jwalo go jwalo.